Good morning children. Which lesson we are discussing? Yes, wastewater story. Let us recall the points from previous session. What is the wastewater? Used water is wastewater. So, but it should be reused. Aim of Water for Life to reduce by half the number of people who do not have access to safe drinking water. What are the pollutants? That means which mix with water, unnecessary substances that causes wastewater. So cleaning of water is a process of removing pollutants before it enters a water body. What is sewage treatment, ma? The process of wastewater treatment is commonly known as sewage treatment. Then what is sewage? Sewage is nothing but the wastewater is generated in homes, industries, agricultural fields, in other human activity. Then what are the pollutants of sewage? It is a mixture of suspended solid organic and inorganic impurities, nutrients, saprophyte. You learnt in lesson 1. Saprophyte means algae and fungus, bacteria, disease causing bacteria and other microbes. What is use of sewerage? Sewerage is a network of small and big pipes which carry the wastewater from our home, apartments and lines to the main hole. Activity of what we learnt along with that, activity for treatment of polluted water. In today's class, we will learn WWTP. What is full form of WWTP? Wastewater treatment plant, role of active citizen, best housekeeping practices, sanitation and diseases, alternate arrangements for sewage disposal, sanitation at public places. So, first, what are the flow chart of WWTP? Generally, this wastewater flow into first chamber bar screening. There it is solid waste is separated. Then that water flow from bar screening to grit and sand removal tank. Then from there to it is mainly flows into the aeration of clarified water. Then these clarified water sent to the nature, means here river beds and seas. There they can naturally clean up. Then if you want to use that, we have to disinfect by using chlorination method. Then we will distribute that for different systems. That is the wastewater treatment plant. Then come to wastewater treatment plant. How many processes involved in wastewater treatment plant? Means Nana, actually physical, chemical and biological process. So you can think what is the physical, chemical and biological process means. Here these processes remove physical matter, chemical matter and biological matter that contaminate the wastewater. In previous class we learned what is the physical matter. Physical matter is nothing but solid substances. Here chemical matters means whatever the dissolved chemicals from industries and from hospitals, that is chemical. And what is biological matter? The microorganisms, fecal matter and urine mixed with water and that turns into wastewater. So these are the physical, chemical and biological matter. First, this water, mainly wastewater, is passed through bar screens in WWTP. Observe this picture. So generally which kind of waste is separated through bar screens, Nana? Rags, sticks, cans, plastic packets, napkins. That means here some solid material is mainly separated by bar screen. Then this water then goes to a next chamber grit and removal tank. While flowing this water, generally the water mainly yellow with a low speed. The speed of the incoming wastewater is decreased to yellow sand, grit and pebbles to settle down. Here which kind of unwanted material, pollutants are separated from wastewater, Nana? Sand, grit and pebbles. Generally whatever the unwaste waste that is settled at the down. Then this water is then allowed to settle in a large tank. That is what is the name of that large tank? Water clarified, which is sloped towards the middle. So by allowing water slope towards the middle, which kind of materials mainly settled at the bottom is solids like feces. They settle at the bottom and removed with the scraper. So what is the function of scraper? Scraper mainly removes solids like feces. What we can call that solid feces? Sludge. What is the name of that? Sludge. Where it is settled? This is mainly settled feces at the bottom. Then what is one more important equipment there? Skimmer. This skimmer mainly removes floatable solids like oil and grease. So why the oil and grease mainly float? Because these are the lighter, denser than water. So they can float above the water, oil and grease. So which equipment mainly separate oil and grease? Skimmer. Skimmer removes floatable solids, oil and grease. Then this water, whatever the layer in between the sludge and scum, floatable material, that water is called as clarified water. So then come to sludge. Then this sludge is mainly transferred. Sludge is nothing but a fecal matter. It is mainly transferred to a separate tank where it is decomposed by anaerobic bacteria. First you have to know anaerobic bacteria. This bacteria can survive in the absence of oxygen. That is called as anaerobic bacteria. This anaerobic bacteria degrades sludge into two types. What are they? Decomposed sludge. One more, it produces biogas. So what is the name of that biogas? Methane. So this biogas used as fuel and to produce electricity. Fuel means to lightening our gas stoves and lamps we use as a fuel. Then so this from third chamber to this clarified water enters into last chamber, name of the aerator. In that only we have the definition. Aerator means here the air is pumped into the clarified water. Why we need to pump air means this air mainly increases the growth of aerobic bacteria. What is aerobic bacteria? This bacteria can survive only in the presence of oxygen. In order to fulfill oxygen need for this aerobacteria, we will pump some of the air. Then they can get the oxygen. They increases its population and they can break down human waste, food waste and soaps and other unwanted matter in a clarified water. Then this water becoming more clear. Then so what we can call that bacteria after finishing, after several hours, immediately this bacteria suspended settle at the bottom of the tank. That is called as activated sludge. So what is the percentage of the water in activated sludge? 97% water is present. Then this water is very essential. It is also mainly removed by sand drying beds. That are one type of machines. They can compress on the water. Immediately these sand beds mainly absorb water. By that we can easily squeeze the water. Then whatever the water, whatever removing water, that sludge is called as dried sludge. This is very important. This dried sludge is rich with organic matter. Again we add it to the soil because this soil replenished with the nutrients of a dried sludge. Then this treated water has a very low level of organic materials. So these are mainly before a discharge into a sea or river into the ground. In sometimes we will apply some other chemical methods. What is that? Chlorination and ozone. And without applying that also we can discharge into the sea, river and ground. Then nature clean it up. What is the cleaning of nature means? Already you learnt in activity, treatment of polluted water. In that activity what we learnt generally we use the pebbles and some of the filter paper. So pebbles, sand, fine gravel, like that only in riverbeds we have pebbles and fine gravels and they remove for the pollutants. Then if we want to use that water, it may be necessary to disinfect water with the chemicals, chlorine and ozone. Already you know chlorine mainly microorganism. It kills the microorganism and it causes free of microorganism. That water we use as a water for different purposes, gardening, for farming and for our daily needs, industrial purpose. Are you clear? WWT. Then come to here. What is our role as an active citizen? Generally, we are generating a lot of waste by the human activities, but that waste should be in limit. If you are not keeping that waste in proper way, immediately what will get? Immediately we can get some offensive smell and if the sight of open drains are disgusting, immediately the roads and all these are mainly filled with waste. Not only that, these causes the breeding of mosquitoes. Finally, we can get the waterborne diseases and mosquito, whatever diseases by the mosquitoes also. So what we have to do, an active citizen, what we have to do? We should take care of our personal environmental sanitation. We should make people aware of the benefits of sanitation. We should help municipal corporation to cover all the open drains and remove disease causing substances through in open. Not only that, as an active citizen, we can do one more important activity. When we plant the eucalyptus trees along sewage ponds, these trees mainly uses the wastewater, and again it releases the pure water in the form of water vapor. Already you learned in class 6th and 1st lesson also, water mainly removed from the plant excess water through transpiration. So these eucalyptus have a special feature. They can survive in the water bodies, wastewater bodies. They can take up wastewater from the ground and near water bodies. They convert that into usable form in the form of water vapor. So we can do this activity. By that also we can make the environment green, and we can make the water bodies also clear. Then come to these only we have to do. What we have to do at home? What are the better housekeeping practices? So first we have to minimize or eliminate the waste and pollutants at their source. That means by releasing down the drain. That is important. First see here, you can observe two pictures. In first picture, the way that is wrong. Simply whatever cooking oils and fats should not be thrown down the drain. When we throw like that, immediately they can harden and block the pipes. Generally in open drains, the fats, all these things clog the soil pores, reducing its effectiveness in filtering water. So that's why oil and fats mainly throw in a dustbin. Don't throw anywhere. Then come to, not only that, we have to one more. Whatever the chemicals like paints, solvents, insecticides, motor oils, all these are nothing but they mainly kill the aerobic and anaerobic bacteria. That helps to purify water. So don't throw them down the drain. And one more thing, tea leaves, solid food remains, soft toys, cotton, sanitary towels, don't throw in the dust. Only you have to throw in dustbin. Don't throw anywhere, especially in a sewerage system and drains, because they choke the drainage system. That is very important. Then come to here, dear. What is this? What they are doing? See here. So by understanding this, what do you expecting here? Here, yeah, we are going to discuss about sanitation and diseases. Especially nowadays, also in 2020 also, we can see poor sanitation and so many people are undergoing waterborne diseases in rural areas and in mass areas, clear. So that means this poor sanitation and contaminated drinking water is the mainly cause of large number of diseases. Then we look at our country in so many Delhi and metropolitan cities, vast number of people still without any sewerage facilities. So when they realize themselves they are using open places and some river beds, not only railway tracks for the defecation, is it correct? So what will happen with the untreated human excreta, especially that can mix with the groundwater? It mainly causes a lot of waterborne diseases, because this groundwater is the source for bore wells and tube wells, springs. Already you learnt in chapter 16. So it becomes the most common route for waterborne diseases. So what are the common waterborne diseases, Nana? Cholera. What is the name? Disease causing microorganism, Vibrio cholerae. That is the bacteria. Then typhoid is one more waterborne. Salmonella typhi. That is also bacterial disease. Polio virus. So it causes poliomyelitis. Generally we can use the term polio. And dysentery. Already we learnt in lesson number 2, dysentery. Clear, watery stools because of protozoan. So all these mainly because of that means a very poor sanitation, and that mainly leads to the contamination of groundwater. In turn, that is the major source for bore wells and tube wells. Again, that is taken by people, they can undergo diseases. Then come to here. So what is the alternative way arrangement for sewage disposal? So how to remove these diseases, waterborne diseases means by improving sanitation. That is the only way. So how does we have to improve? How does the people has to be aware about that means when we provide the on-site sewage disposal systems with low cost, immediately all the people can approach that and they can use it. So what are the low cost on-site sewage disposal systems? Septic tanks, chemical toilets, composting pits, septic, these are the low cost on-site devices. Here septic tank you have, see all of you, actually whatever wastewater from house enters into the septic tank. Then here you can see three layers: sludge, wastewater, scum. So already we learnt in wastewater treatment plant what is the sludge means. Sludge is nothing but a solid waste like human fecal matter and undigested food materials. These are the sludge. First they settle at the bottom of the septic tank. Then come to whatever remaining water, that is clarified water, that is in middle. Then scum means whatever floatable substances, oils, soap materials and these fats, they mainly float on the surface of the sludge. So the layer in between scum and sludge, that is the water, little bit clear water, then they mainly deliver outside. So this is about the septic tank. So generally whatever the undigested and some undigested fecal matter, all these are mainly again that are separated here through drained field. It has some other system, outlet free, so here they can separate. Then what is one more type of sanitation process? Chemical toilets. Especially it is used in caverns, and if you want to arrange a small party, then we can use the chemical toilets instantly. Then vacuum toilets means in aeroplanes they use the vacuum toilets. Vermi-processing toilets mainly used in limited water supply places. Here what is the vermi-processing toilets means? Actually here we can use the red worms, former friends. So these earthworms mainly treated the organic matter, human fecal matter, they decompose and they can convert them as a vermicakes, that is a rich source of nutrients for the soil. So by that we can prepare vermi processing toilets. Very important this is. Then come to what is sanitation in public places generally. What are the major areas, crowdy areas, and especially railway stations, bus depots, airports, hospitals. These are the mainly crowdy areas. We can generate in enormous quantity, large amount of waste also here. Not only that, when we are seeing our culture in our country, mainly the fairs are organized periodically. Different fairs we will get, Sankranti and Dasara and so many festivals. So especially in these festivals also we can get large amount of waste. So it must be disposed in a proper way. Then only we can break the epidemics. So how to dispose that in proper way generally? Then only it is very good for our health. So first, don't scatter litter anywhere. There is no dustbin in sight. We should carry the litter home and throw it in the dustbin. And we have some standard sanitation process. See here you can see glass items for green color, plastic items for yellow color, paper items organic, biodegradable for red color dustbins. When we using when we using here like green color and that orange color and blue color dustbins separately for different food items and different biodegradable and non-biodegradable, we can easily separate the waste and the litter. We can save our country. So this is the way of disposing waste. Then we can reduce the diseases. So what is the conclusion of this lesson? Very good conclusion. Actually we all have to play in keeping our environment clean and healthy. That is very important. So first we have to adopt a good sanitation process and maintain water sources. Now we adopted, because of corona, good sanitation process also. And first a lot can be done if people work together. There is a great power in collective action. That is a good first initiation we have to take from ourselves. We have to initiate ourselves. Then we can initiate so many people. So the first step to solve any problem is identifying the problem. Here the problem is not a garbage lying anywhere and everywhere. It is the symptom of problem generally. So how to cure that symptom of problem is, the problem is our attitude. When we change our attitude, when we keep the garbage in proper way, and we can do the work also in collective manner, immediately we can sort out the problem. We can keep our country clean. So what is Mahatma Gandhi also said, no one need to wait for anyone else to adopt a humane and enlightened course of action. So please all of you follow these slogans, and we can save our country, we can save our water, we can be very healthy. Jai Hind. Summary of this session: treatment plant reduce pollutants in wastewater to a level with nature can take care of it. Where underground sewerage system and refuse disposal systems are not available, the low-cost on-site sanitation system can be adopted. What are the byproducts of wastewater treatment, sir? Sludge and biogas. Biogas used as fuel for the production of electricity. So what is open drainage system? Generally, that system is mainly breeding place for flies, mosquitoes and organisms which cause diseases. So we should not defecate in the open. It is possible to have safe disposal excreta by low cost methods. So all of you go through worksheets and do the worksheets.